We don't often get much crossover between the worlds of politics and pop culture and the news, but today we have a weird one. When Amazon suddenly found itself being attacked by Trump fans through really no fault of its own. So Amazon Prime has this TV series, The Man in the High Castle, very popular. I haven't watched it yet, but it is on my list because it's an interesting premise. The idea that back in the day, the Axis powers won World War II, and the U.S. is now controlled by fascists, I believe split between Japan and by Germany. And so season 3 is coming, and they decided to get some social media buzz going, get people excited for the new season. And the way they did that was they created this sort of faux radio station, ResistanceRadio, and created a website for it. And basically it's a network of people who were resisting the fascists in America, but it's for the show. It's just about the show. And so on the website it said that they're going to hijack the airwaves, a secret network of DJs broadcasting messages of hope to keep the memory of a former America alive, which does sort of make me think about my job, actually. They also said that in between songs, DJs on 3 different stations speak about how to fight the Reich in America. As part of that, they created hashtag ResistanceRadio. And because that started to spread with fans being excited about the launch of the new season of their show, suddenly Trump fans, not getting the joke, not understanding what's going on, thought this is another goddamn lib plot to take down Donald Trump. And they began tweeting about it. And tons of tweets came in. That's one of the reasons it was trending, actually, was because not just the fans, but the enemies not getting the joke and thinking that, oh, look at these libs trying to fight against our president. Why don't they just, quote, give him a chance? Something that we've heard and will hear throughout his first term, possibly his second term. Why don't you just give his second term a chance? Now, I don't, at the end of the day, care too much about the fact that they didn't realize it was a social media thing. Anybody can make that sort of mistake, and I don't really care about the show that much yet, although once I start watching it, I might become a big fan. But I do like what this represents, or I should say, I want to make a point about what this represents. I don't like it. They won in November of last year. They got the presidency, they control the Senate, they control the House, they control the vast majority of the states. They have tons of power. Soon they'll have the Supreme Court. And so you might think, well, look, this silent majority that suddenly is in power, well, that's got to feel good for them. They must be satisfied. But they're not satisfied. And if you think that they're going to allow any dissent now that they're in power, simply because they know what it felt like to be out of power for 8 years, you got another thing coming. Okay, there is nothing Trump can do that they won't attack the liberal reaction to. If Donald Trump passes a bill and it's an absolute disaster and we point out the stats, they're going to attack us. If Donald Trump tries to do an executive order and the courts are sort of challenging it, we cover that news, they're going to attack us, and they're going to attack you if you talk about those things. When Democrats got in power, suddenly, back 8 years ago, there was suddenly the Tea Party, and we had to watch that, and the mainstream media sure covered it a lot, especially in comparison to some other progressive movements that we've seen over the past few years. And so we had to have that, and they were happy, the media, to cover it as much as possible. But that's not going to be the case now. And expect that regular Trump supporters are not going to be satisfied by the fact that their man is in power. They're going to want more. They liked that feeling of, oh, well, we're the victims and all that. They're not going to cast that aside suddenly now. Look at the way that a lot of Christians in polls, evangelicals recently said that they feel that they are more discriminated against than Muslims. There's a power to that victim feeling, and there's a political version of it. And so simply because they control every branch of government does not mean that they're going to take that away. And they're certainly not going to allow progressives to claim that mantle. And so be on the watch for that. This is just one indication.